This broadcast brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel. Get your automotive stuff done at 106th Street Tire and Wheel, located in 10601 Northern Boulevard, Corona, New York. We are live here on another chilly, relaxing day on a Tuesday, and I got my boy, Mr. Boogie Hollis, Mr. Chet, Master Chet, and Mr. Steele. I jinxed the Jets into a horrible season. We are here. I will give you one credit, though. You're still wearing your Jets hat, and at least me and Chet are wearing Giant stuff. Boogie, what are you wearing, New York, to support New York stuff? You are? You're wearing Knicks? Listen, guys, this shows, hello, Deborah, hello, James, that we are loyal fans, regardless of how bad, and I'm going to curse here, our fucking teams are. What up, y'all? We are supporting, and I appreciate that. So let's get right into it, fellas. Let's talk about football, because
let's talk about how bad everybody is, huh?
Because usually what happens during this time is that we say, yeah, the Jets and the Giants lost, but at least the Bills won.
Oh,
we can't say that this week.
Oh,
Every single New York team,
every New York
lost.
team is stinking it up right now. So
yeah,
that's what we're going to talk about.
I'm going to talk with you, Boogie. Tell me first, what is your reaction to Daniel Jones not being able to play over the next couple of weeks? How bad the Giants played against the Dolphins, how bad the Jets played against Philadelphia, and New England is the real deal, guys.
Yo, first of all, now is the time that you appreciate Eli Manning. Like, if you don't appreciate Eli Manning just off the strength that he showed up every week, this is where, like, we got spoiled as Giant fans. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones, I mean, he's a tough kid. You know, he's playing through a lot of injury. But the fact that he keeps getting injured, and he keeps missing games. So It's not like him being there was going to save us anyway. But Jesus Christ, we have no backup quarterback. We have no.
And now Mike Glennon is out because of concussion.
Yep.
Like,
I
think he volunteered himself to be out because he was throwing like footballs like this. So
Mike Glennon. Listen, the one thing I will say, and then we'll move to Chet. Mike Glennon has one of the most awkward deliveries, I feel, as a quarterback. Yeah. Because you know what it is? He's so tall and lanky that, like,
who's playing elevator music?
Yeah, what's
This is not Steele again, is it?
You know it's gotta be Steele.
That is 100% Steele.
We have elevator music playing in the background. Like, what is this, a new wrinkle in the show? I miss a week. You know what I'm saying? What's going on right now?
Yeah, that's how bad the teams are, man.
It's elevated music. But for real though, Mike Glennon, he's just tall and lanky, and I hate the way he plays the game. I hate it.
He always stunk. Look at his record. He got one of the worst quarterbacks.
Yeah, he was 6-21 starting before that game. Now
how did he get 6 wins? How did he get 6 wins? Did he play against the Jets? Like all the time?
Whoa. Easy, killer.
Well, what?
Let me destroy my team.
That's not feasible.
You destroy yours, I'll destroy mine. You continue, sir.
I'll destroy yours.
Oh, is that how the rules go?
No. I'm just saying.
Well, I know about that, Bug.
You kind of jumped off the ship real quick. There's a lot more you could talk about. Saquon, Mr. I can't run Barkley. Like, you got tree trunks for legs, but they rooted into the ground.
So apparently,
what is going on?
Okay, well, talk about my Giants, but I can't say nothing about the Jets.
This little here's
the thing about Sunday's game. Here's the thing about Sunday's game. Defensive wise, they didn't play that bad. They really didn't.
The Giants.
Okay? Giants, yeah. Defense, they didn't play that bad. Okay. You're playing against a team that's been red hot, has won 4 straight in Miami.
5 straight now.
That was 5 straight, right? I'm saying going to the game. Barkley was okay. I wouldn't say he was great. I wouldn't say he sucked either. Okay. Glennon sucked. I
mean, he played average. He played the way he usually plays.
He was throwing the balls over the place like I'm watching shortstops throwing the ball in the 13th row. Can
I just say one thing real quick about the Giants? They're not using Barkley enough.
No,
in my opinion, they're not using Barkley enough. He's getting 13 touches a game. When he was averaging over 1,000 yards the first 2 years, he was getting 25 touches a game.
Minimum. That's running and catching the ball in the backfield too.
They're afraid for him to get hurt. They don't want to get hurt.
Hold on, Lou.
Yeah.
You know what? When he was getting those yards, he was producing, bro. He's not producing. You can't just hope
You gotta
for
get
him
the
to get
ball. You
yards.
gotta get the
But
ball.
you can't. How is he going to be able to
He
produce if you don't give him the ball?
He's not,
You gotta give him the ball.
Not only do you have to give him the ball, you have to show up this line somehow. That's another thing too.
The line ain't that great either. I agree.
Because not
I
for
agree with
nothing,
that.
like as much as you want to clown him and stuff like that, bro. Like
Listen,
you gotta have a line. You
I'm
gotta
not
have somebody
clowning
block.
Barkley.
Hold on.
I'm
No, but a
clowning
lot of
whoever's
people
calling.
do. A lot of people do. You know, like, oh, it's not it. Blah 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 blah. But
Listen,
bro, there's nobody blocking in front of him. Like, what else can you do? You know what I'm saying? You say he's not producing, but I mean, who was producing? Was Booker producing? You know what I'm saying? Like, was anybody producing? Nobody's producing. The quarterback's not producing. Nobody's. We got good wide receivers. They're not producing. Like, nobody's producing.
Yeah.
You
The
know
defense is
what?
playing well.
We fired our
I can tell you the guy. I can tell you the guy who's producing all year.
Who?
Graham Goodell is our offensive weapon.
Yeah.
but
There's
listen,
something about the Giants system.
hold
kicker.
on.
There's something about the Giants system because look, remember, Rojas was a Pro Bowl kicker 2 years ago.
Yep.
So what the
Albert
Giants
Rosen,
are just being put in situations where they're kicking field goals and
Bro, we
being
changed
successful at it.
offensive coordinators. I like Kitchens looks
Yep.
like he's doing different things, and I like it, but the personnel is just not it. Because like not for nothing, like if you watch Sunday's game, right? The calls that he was calling, like if Glennon was any type of good quarterback, there would have been a lot of plays that the Giants made. But he missed through everything. Like everything was offline. Every single thing. So as much as you want to talk about Daniel Jones is way more accurate than he is. You know what I'm saying? And I think like
not
I
even
said,
comparison.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So with the mix of, I mean, they were playing Miami. Miami's hot.
But first-
let's not get confused. Like Miami is a world beater. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They're playing
So,
well. They're playing well.
I think that the Giants definitely would have opportunity to win that game if Daniel Jones was playing.
That's what I was about to say. I think
Yeah.
if Daniel Jones was playing, they would have won that game.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Defense
You know
kept
what
him.
I'm
The
saying?
defense kept him in. Nothing you can do about it.
So
Now I'm
let's-
interested to see how Jake Fromm's going to be this week.
Yeah.
Let's go
Why?
I'm very interested in that.
Why are you interested in that? Where's he from? Get it?
Yeah, I can tell you where he's from. Started in Georgia, 4-year starter in Georgia. Played on the same team with Chubb when they won the Sugar.
He doesn't understand. I was making like a joke. Like he's gonna really tell me
listen,
where
hold
he's
on.
from. Like
Hold on,
I
hold
don't
on.
care where he's from.
Hold on.
Gonna stick
Book,
to.
Book, let the old man finish his thing, my guy.
Excuse me?
Let
Who
them-
you call it, old man? There you go.
Yep, you're out of here. Don't disrespect him.
Well, I'm interested to see how he's going to produce. I really am.
Yeah.
It
All I
can't be any
know-
worse. Can't be any worse than we have now.
All I
Who
know
do
is
we
that
play
every
Sunday?
single New York team is awful.
Hold on.
It's causing me to have a drink.
Hold
Hey.
on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
indulging.
Wait. Hold on. At least y'all have somebody that can kick field goals, that can kick extra points.
Because you guys
We
don't.
fired the guy. Because he was garbage.
Hold
And the
on.
guy that we hired,
Can't make extra points.
yo, bro. I mean,
Well, you guys
No,
missed
no,
two. You
hold
guys
on,
missed
hold on.
two, right?
hold on,
Yo,
hold
They
on.
fired a
Wait.
guy who can't make field goals
Wait,
and hired a guy who can't
y'all
make
had
extra points.
y'all had y'all shot. Y'all had
What
y'all-
an
it's my
organization.
turn. Bro, the man missed wide left twice.
God,
Like how?
He had the
Your
yips.
only job. You can't run. You can't be on special teams. You can't be a quarterback. You can't be a running back. We can't put you on the O line or the D line,
He had the yips.
bro.
Say the golf course.
That's the Enkiel, the Enkiel.
Bro,
Listen,
Thank you.
but listen, you know what though? Listen, Mr. Gardner.
Why
what's
do
his name?
Minshew?
Gardner Minshew came out and said, "You know what, Jacksonville? You know what? I'm going to show you guys this week that I am a quarterback in this league. I'm going to defeat this Jets team." And listen, yo, Steele, I know we were talking about this a little bit before the show, but your boy Zach Wilson had 3 total touchdowns, brother. And regardless if he wasn't the reason or not, that's what they look at on paper. That's what they look at on paper.
and that's why I hate stats sometimes, because stats are misleading. Somebody that didn't watch the game in its entirety, like I did, would be like, "Oh, Zach Wilson, he's finally coming around the corner." Yeah,
Right.
guess what? He had a total like 149 total yards. Like they kept hitting the ball out of his hand. Matter of fact, the first series, special teams got them to like the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they took the kick by 65, 70 yards out of the field.
You gotta take little small victories when you're watching a Jet game.
There's no, no,
You can't
That's true.
deny
By the way,
little
Boogie,
things.
we're playing the
Okay,
Chargers
listen.
this week, so
Hold on. I did take
Oh,
small
Lord.
victories. My man Elijah Moore, they're finally getting him the ball more.
Mhm.
They're finally getting the ball in space. He's
Which-
getting.
He's
That's all
legit.
that matters. That's
And
all
now,
that matters. to
and
me.
now your wide receivers out for the year, right?
Davis.
Oh yes.
Davis, yeah.
Corey Davis on
Tight
the
end.
IR.
Again, he got hurt. He was already had a hamstring issue. All right.
I would have a hamstring issue too if my quarterback was Zach Wilson.
I
No!
told you. I told you he wasn't going to make it.
Whoa!
Man, my fucking leg, bro.
You know what?
Yo, listen. Corey Davis said at the beginning of this season that he
didn't wanna
deserved
play.
to be a number one wide receiver in this league. He doesn't really have a quarterback. I'll give you that. He doesn't really have a quarterback.
What league's he talking about?
He did not lie. He is the number one quarterback to leave the offense, to go sit down
Yeah, he
and
is.
say, I'm hurt.
That he,
Number one
That
wide
he did.
receiver. Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Way to go, Steele.
No,
Look
but
how
listen,
happy this guy is.
Steele. I say this to you every single week on the show. You have to give Zach Wilson another year. You have to, minimum. You have to, because when Daniel Jones replaced Eli Manning, that was one of the worst things that I said to myself. I said, we're replacing Eli's last year. We're replacing Eli Manning. We have a good team and we're replacing him. Like, you have to let the kid develop, bro.
No, listen, I don't have no problem with development. I need what I hear it all the time, but I don't. No one that really takes advantage of the fact that every week there should be some type of progress. If you're not seeing progress week to week, that's a problem. And I'm not seeing any progress with this kid. Anytime that they shake him up a little bit, he gets happy. He's like dancing with the stars. Like,
That's
it's
a
like
good
hard to
gig.
watch.
That's a good gig, you know.
Yeah.
He's like he's back there.
You know what?
Yeah,
Not
but
for
didn't
nothing,
he,
though, too.
didn't he have 3 touchdowns? I'm just saying. That's an improvement, no?
That is an improvement. He
Yo,
had
he-
more touchdowns than he did interceptions. That's an improvement.
Listen,
Definitely.
he had 3 touchdowns. Hip hop hooray! The
Yo,
defense,
whatever, Jerome.
Hey, oh.
the defense,
Oh.
the defense couldn't stop a runny nose. Like, come on, man. I mean, this guy was throwing the ball into how these guys are wide open. These are professional players.
Dallas Goddard. I
Where-
mean, come on. You
Where
know.
where was the
Who's
coaching
professional
staff?
players?
Yeah. By the way,
I mean, that's true, too.
There's
I'll
no
blame that
professional
game.
players on the Jets.
It's speaking of professionals,
They get paid.
Your coaching staff's excuse was, "Oh, we weren't preparing for Gardner Minshew. We thought Jalen Hurts was playing." They were saying all week he was about 95% not playing. How do you not get prepared?
And not for nothing, the Jets have been playing against quarterbacks like Minshew all year long.
Yeah.
That don't run the ball too much, throw a lot. That if anything, they were more prepared for a quarterback like Minshew than they were Jalen Hurts.
Listen,
Can I be honest? Can I be honest though? Honestly, can I be honest? This is real talk. I don't know why you're so upset. The Giant fans should be more upset than you. You know why? Because you guys are in your first season together as with a rookie head coach. You have a rookie quarterback. You have everything is brand new on the Jets situation. So you're supposed to be having a rebuilding season. The Giants, what, 1 game better than you guys? We was expected to at least sniff the playoffs. You understand what I'm saying? So it's more of a disappointment on the Giant side of what's happening than what you Jets are going. So you're acting all stressed like you didn't expect this season to be this way. Like we always talked about this on the show that the Jets were going to stink. You know what I'm saying? So why do you expect more?
Hey, they beat the Bengals.
Hold on. This is why I'm upset. All right, because we got rid of. First of all, we got rid of Rex. Right, chased Rex out of town like he was the problem. But it's not. It wasn't Rex. It wasn't. Well, it was Todd Bowles. It was Adam Gates, and now it's Salah. But all I'm saying is,
now it's Salah.
It is. He's supposed to be a defense. He's supposed to be a defensive guy.
You gotta get players. You gotta get players.
You're getting close to the first pick. Detroit won a game this weekend. What do you know?
Right. But listen, I'm not even talking. Who cares about this draft this year? It doesn't matter about a draft when your coaching staff don't know how to coach. You got to know how to put players in position.
So you want him? So you want him to be like Lombardi his first year in?
I want him to show progress, bro. Look, listen. If
Jim
guys got
Jackson
4
won
wins.
his 15 his
Hold on,
first
hold on,
year.
hold on.
You guys got 4 wins,
I'm
right?
talking
They
about
got 3.
game.
3 wins,
Listen,
bro. That's an improvement.
hold on. I'm talking about game time adjustments. Okay, you're in the game. A team is beating you one way in the first half.
3-9.
You have to
Adjusting.
be able.
You guys are 3-9. You gonna tell me that you was gonna bet $20 and you was gonna have 3 wins right now?
Listen, I'm not. I wouldn't care if we
I
had
wouldn't
0 wins.
This is like a Super Bowl right now. To honestly,
Okay.
it's a Super Bowl run.
No,
You guys got 3
I would
wins.
be.
Steele,
I would be
Steele.
happy if they were competing. They're
Steele.
not competing.
You got 3
You-
wins. You
Steele,
completed it.
you
You
have
competed
to
in 3
listen.
games.
I am telling you, as somebody who literally experienced this 2 years ago and a new head coach last year, you have a new head coach, a new quarterback, a new QB1, and
Excuse
a new RB1, and a new 2 wide receivers, 2 new, all people who have never played in the NFL at starting roles before. You have to give them. This year wasn't expected shit. You want to see progress? Talk about progress next year, because this year's going to be a shit show no matter what, bro.
This is the NFL, man.
No fun league.
You have to listen. Are you the Detroit Lions or you are look at
No,
Jack.
they're better than the Detroit Lions. This is what we're trying to tell you, Steele.
I don't
They
know.
just got their first win.
I
You
don't know
guys
about
got
that.
3.
Jared Goff is
You're
on a
ahead of
roll.
the
He's got 1 win in
game.
a row.
You
Jared
guys
Goff
are
is
ahead
on
of
a
the
roll.
game right now, man. What are you talking about?
Listen, when
On
a
paper, Detroit has a better lineup than the Jets.
Yes.
yeah, see, yes, they do.
So
Their
how
paper
can
they
you
do.
be how can you be complaining then?
Because I'm not a Lions.
He's
fan, that's why.
overachieving as a coach.
You know what? You
Yeah.
can say what you
Overachieving.
want to say.
Yes.
You can say what you want to say. I know at the end of the day, the Jets stink, the Giants stink,
They
the
stink.
Knicks stink.
Wait, real quick. Before
the
we get into
Islanders
basketball,
stink,
listen.
the
Before we
Rangers
get into
stink.
basketball,
No, the
we got
Rangers
to talk
okay.
about that game last
The
night.
Nets don't stink.
Oh
Listen,
God,
They don't.
that was
Buffalo Bills.
ugly.
Buffalo
was
Bills at
ugly.
home.
Oh, Buffalo.
That was
Another New York
ugly.
team.
The only team that we have been saying for the last 2 years that is saving New York football is now
It's letting
7-5.
us down. Letting us down.
That was
Now
ugly
7-5.
last night. Oh my God, that was ugly.
Arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league,
They
with one of the
struggled.
best wide receivers in the league, and was supposed to have one of the best defenses in the league.
Hold your horses, bro. They're not great.
All
Continue.
going to shit. So
Listen, I
The way they threw the ball 3 times last night.
Listen.
3. That's
Three.
that's uncalled for.
Twice
I
in a
thought it was an
row.
error when I saw that
It
on
wasn't-
ESPN.
That's
it wasn't the fact.
uncalled for.
It wasn't the fact that they threw the ball 3 times. I can care less about that because I love football.
How can you
Listen,
not care less
listen
about
to him. Let me finish my point.
That's crazy.
My problem is that Bill lined up in the same formation about 15 times straight and ran the same stinking play, and they could not stop him. Why? That's unacceptable as a coaching staff. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna keep running this play until y'all stop."
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
then on the post game interview, he's cracking jokes. They was like, when y'all face him the next time, are you gonna do anything different? He was like, well, I don't really have to because they haven't seen none of my pass plays yet. He's cracking jokes.
Oh,
Which
man.
and this is what I want to ask you guys about New England real quick. Now, New England has the best record in the AFC. They're the number 1 seed right now. What is it about this team? Is it Bill Belichick or is it? Let me ask you a question. Because listen, last year the New England Patriots had Cam Newton. Okay, former NFL MVP, has been to a Super Bowl before, and they did absolute dog shit. Okay, they were not a great team last year. Now you have a rookie quarterback with different running backs, rookie
Different
wide
receivers.
receivers, and you guys are 9-4. Is this
Listen.
Bill Belichick?
It's the system, bro. It's
It's
not.
the system.
It's more than
They're
just
playing
Belichick.
as a
It's the
team.
scouting department.
Right. They're
like
playing as a
everything.
team.
They get
Right.
the guys that works for his system.
They're
what they do.
very much improved on defense than they were from last year.
They always get the same type of players.
Yeah.
So
Judon
that system
was
works.
the steal in the
A
draft.
whole bunch of no-name dudes.
But that's why I said last year when the Patriots got Cam Newton, I was super surprised by that because look what's been working for Bill Belichick for 17 years when Tom Brady was there.
You want to know
It
why
wasn't
they
a
did
running quarterback.
that? You know why they did that? because they knew that half the team wasn't going to be there. Remember, they had a injured lineup that year, so they knew half the team wasn't going to be there, and they knew they had to get people in the seats somehow. So they said, you know what?
So they got Cam Newton.
And they signed him for 1 year on purpose.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
On purpose, because they say, you know what, we're gonna get some excitement just for for them to, let's go to the Patriots. We got Cam Newton. We're gonna do something. He knew in his mind that he wasn't letting him rock past that because they was gonna get them a quarterback that they want to utilize, and they've done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't deny the dude's talent, just like you can't deny Tom Brady. So it's like them two together is the no-brainer that they kept winning. So
he's not a borderline genius. He's a genius, bro.
He's a man genius.
He literally is good enough. He's good enough, and you could quote me here. He is good enough to make the Jets win at least 6 games. That's how good of a coach.
No.
They were smart enough to leave them when he was high for the one day.
If Belichick was on the Jets right now, the Jets would be a playoff team.
Hold on.
I'm telling you right now.
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
No. Hold on.
All right. Now, let's get to the real.
Listen, we got rid of him because Jets and playoffs, that's a thing that just doesn't go.
Playoffs.
So you can't just go and throw that out there.
To win a game.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You throw things up against the wall until something stick. Like, that's not the thing you do. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently you're louder than me right now, Chet.
That's not something you do. So let's relax a little bit. Let's have some little humility. All right, I'm gonna bring you back.
And let's get the B-ball now.
You can say what you want to say.
It's the playoff team.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing. If the Jets had Bill Belichick, they'd be playing a lot harder. I feel. Pause. They'd be playing a lot harder.
He gets to stay on.
They will have 6 wins.
Hold on. You take me off because I say they could be a playoff team. He gets to say what he wants to say.
I said pause right away.
I don't give a if you said.
Yo, Boogie, I got to show you, by the way. I had to cut Steele off last week. And Chet. I don't know if you watched it. Chet, I'll show you it. I was going to clip it.
Yes.
Hold on, Book. Before he goes to it.
Yeah.
Chet, he didn't do it.
Chet, he drew me in, bro.
And they
reeled you in. He reeled you in.
Boogie, I'll show you after the show. It was a mega pause.
I said, yo, how you gonna do that?
We said Jet Lives Matter.
That's life matters.
Do they?
Hold on.
All right, guys.
Hold on. I know Stewie ain't talking when
he's a Carolina fan.
I know they benched his quarterback, brought Cam Newton in, benched him. They don't know what they're doing down there.
Well, they lost.
Now let's get to the real stuff.
They lost McCaffrey.
Yeah.
McCaffrey's the heart of the Carolina.
Now let's get to the real team in New York right now.
You can't be a heart of any team if you don't fucking play.
He's a defibrillator right now.
Oh, you see what happens when he does play.
It's game changer.
When he's hurt, then they're nothing. It don't matter who's at the quarterback.
Now let's get to the real New York team.
Let's talk about NBA basketball.
Why?
Currently, there is one team in New York that is at the top. And there is one team in New York that is out of a playoff spot.
I'll say they're not at the bottom, so don't say that.
They're out of a playoff spot now.
Yeah.
And this team that is at the bottom is under 500 for the first time since the beginning of last year.
Boog, before you throw the wrench at Lou, let me explain to the people out there that are listening. This is a rough part of the Knicks schedule where they were expected to lose a good amount of games because they're playing some harder teams. Okay, so don't get this out of proportion like the Knicks are terrible. When I said that earlier, I was just joking. The Knicks played some of the best teams in the league now.
Did you just see what he said? Look at that still.
The Knicks are hold the fuck on. Now the Knicks are making the playoffs. Now the Knicks are making the playoffs.
So apparently
because they're a fourth of the way in. They're a fourth of the way in at 11 and 12. Now they're not making the. Jerome, get off the stream, bro.
This is our fault. This is our fault.
I can kick you off the stream.
This is our fault. We're encouraging drug use apparently because people who are watching the show are definitely not sober right now.
What, Jerome? What are you fucking smoking, bro?
Yeah, Book. So let's hear why. Go ahead.
Yeah, I need to hear why. Because they're a Nets fan, right?
Well, I'll tell you right. I'll tell you right now. Like I said, like we were saying last week when you weren't around, it seems like Julius Randle is playing pretty much for himself. He took Kemba out of the rotation. Right, he took Kemba out of the rotation. Fournier is nowhere to be found. You have the bench is not playing well, other than Toppin and Burks. Burks should be starting.
Burks started the other game.
Burks
He
is
should be starting
starting.
for a while. He should be starting.
He just said Burks should be starting. So apparently he hasn't been watching the games lately because Burks has
I wouldn't be
been
watching
starting.
the Knicks either if I'm a Nets fan.
Burks has been starting, Mr. I'm wearing my Nets shirt. Okay.
They need to be more athletic in that starting lineup.
They need to stop having Julius Randle be the focal point of bringing the basketball.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Like, it's okay to run the offense through him. It's okay to do that, but not have him bring the ball up and start the offense. Because what happens is when he's bringing the ball up, he's not making the quick decision at the beginning. He makes the quick decision at the end, and sometimes to the detriment of the offense because he waits till there's like 1 second left, pass it to somebody where they got to heave up a three. You know what I'm saying? So that's a problem, and that's Thibodeau's fault. You know what I'm saying? Thibodeau, you have to draw up offenses or schemes for this team to succeed. You know what you have here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got some shooters here. Get them, put some double screens up top or something. You know what I mean? Like run some type of motion offense.
You just can't sit around and be still for 15 to 20 seconds.
To the block.
Okay.
To the block and then
and I will say one thing before Steele goes, Jerome, that's the smartest thing that you've said this whole day today. Is that they've been playing horrible defense. Last year, the Knicks were number 1 in the league with defense, allowing 103 points a game. Now they're allowing almost 110 points a game. Yep. So obviously there's something going on there, right? Where
you can tell. What happens is look at the games, bro. Anytime anybody penetrates to the basket or if they make any type of move, they trying to help defense. But then the thing is, when you do help defense, you have to have a rotation. You got to swing to the outsides, and they always leave the corners open every time. It's like it's like a broken record. You know what I'm saying? Like they leave the corners open, and the team. You think these teams ain't scouting this? You think they're not saying, "Hey, you know what? Let's just do a decoy play in the middle and just stand on the outside."
Everyone is watching what the Atlanta Hawks did last year to the
But this is not even that.
No.
This is not even that, Lou.
I can't say that.
This is different. This is different, bro.
Listen.
There's no rotation. There's no communication.
What I said last year is coming to fruition. Julius Randle had an out of body last year. He's a number 3, number 2 at best.
Now you gotta explain. You gotta explain that because he's definitely not having a bad season, bro.
Listen. He's one of those guys.
He's not a number 1
having a bad season.
But just hear me out.
No, he's not a number 1 option. We were waiting for that to come.
Right. That's my point. He's not.
No, but you said about number 3. Nah,
I said he's a number 3.
You're tripping.
Number 2 at best. At his best.
Look who is
Look
brought
what Joy done.
Look at this mug. Look what mug just jumped up.
Oh,
the best concert ever started at 7:01. I was home by 7:23.
Wow.
Perfect. Just so everybody knows, we're doing trivia today with Bill. After we talk sports.
Bill, listen, you have to knock before you jump into this party because Chet is red-faced now because of what you did to him the last time. He's suing you.
I'm not worried. Wait, I'm not red-faced.
He's red-faced. He's embarrassed.
Hold up. Did he
walked around Long Island with a bag over his face after what you did to him.
Hold on.
It looks like a Chet fan.
Hold on, Boog.
He stabbed you too, Steele.
I'm not worried about that. I don't hear nonsense. I know Chet's voice just went up like 5 octaves just now.
But so while Bill's here, Bill, what is your opinion on the New York Knicks right now? Because Mr. Jerome in the comments says that the New York Knicks are not a playoff team.
They might not be.
All right, that's it. They might not.
Or they might not.
Man, you know what? When did Knicks fans get so sensitive? I mean, back in like the mid-'90s when we were actually pretty good, Knicks fans were tough. But now these guys, like you see other groups on Facebook, they cry like, oh my God, like someone took their lunch. Like,
well, you got to remember in the 90s we had some type of winning going on.
I understand, but now did you see
we waited so long?
Bill, you want to know the reason behind that? Because the Knicks showed some sort of life last year.
Yeah.
And they were super pumped up this year. Then we started the season. Then we started the season 7-3, and we were toward the top. And now we're 11-12, and Knicks fans are like, "What the fuck is happening?
I mean,
Like
it was fool's gold. I mean, how good did we shoot the three the first 6 or 7 games of the season? We're probably dead last in 3-point percentage since that that great opening that we had. Not to mention with the
what happened to Evan Fournier? Your 3-point special is supposed to be.
Starting fives in the league. Like, we just can't compete.
Was pitching Kemba really the answer, though? There's a lot of things that they need to do.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Steele. Go ahead, Steele.
That was my point before I got cut off. My problem is they tried to point the blame at Kemba. For some reason, I think because they're playing Julius, that they're not going to point the blame at him. He is the problem, bro. You can't get the ball. It's 24 seconds in the shot clock.
Somebody has their volume up because he's echoing.
I don't know.
Because I can hear him.
Yeah.
It may be me, but I turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Listen, Julius Randle, and I think Boog pointed out it earlier. Julius Randle starts his motion like when there's like 14 to 10 seconds on a shot clock.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's too late.
Right. So there's no time to pass it, and there's barely time to shoot it.
Yes, exactly. He cannot start the offense. Bring the ball down, give him the ball in the low post, let him make a move if he's going to, or pass the ball. He should not be at the top of the key setting up the offense. And then you got Alec Burke and Fournier in the corners. Like, what is he going to do? Let's wait for Julius to make a move. And he's not doing nothing.
Where's RJ Barrett been?
Well, RJ
been sick. He's been sick.
Yeah, he was sick.
Yeah.
So
but I mean, when he was playing before that he was having trouble too.
Again, he's waiting for Julius Randle. Julius Randle cannot set the offense. You see when they go to the bench and Q and
Bill,
Rose,
you might just need headphones, Bill, if you have headphones, just so you know. Go ahead, Steele.
Q and Rose and those guys and top in, they're rolling to the basket, they're setting screens, the ball is moving all over the place, Toppin's getting pick and roll dunks all day. Why can't the starting unit do the same thing?
Stewie says that the problem is Randall has a green light and that should be taken away from him. Now I don't necessarily agree with that. Only just off the strength that he is our best scoring option, but the thing is how they're setting up for this to be. Because, like I said earlier, you can't have him bring the ball up. Have the point guard bring the ball up. When Kemba was there, have Kemba bring the ball up. Or when Rose, whoever up there, have them bring the ball up. Because then they don't necessarily have to go to him in the block. You know what I'm saying? Like they could just go penetrate to the basket and kick out immediately, or they can start passing around the 3-point line and something different. You know what I'm saying? But when you got Randall bringing the basketball up slow because he doesn't bring it up quick, so that means that you're already eating up half of the shot clock just for him bringing it up. Then he's posting up, waiting for a double team, and then like Steele said, 2 seconds left, then he'll no look past the Fournier. Like that's not
right. And Boogie, that's the exact opposite of the Nets. How they come, it's like Harden will bring up the ball. Okay, he'll look for himself. Then he looks for Durant as his first option. Mills, Aldridge. The kid Bembry has been starting, but they do it differently than what the Knicks do.
Listen, Steve Nash is their coach. Their offense starts.
They have better talent too.
Of course.
They're moving and grooving, bro. First of all, I'm gonna go back to the game that
is that a Clyde Frazier terminology?
I'm sorry, I'm a
moving
Clyde
and grooving.
Wow, we're back in the 70s, brother. All
right. I love Clyde.
It's back when Steele was 30 back then.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Listen,
now he's 170 now.
175. Don't take.
175. Okay.
If you go back to the Nets in this game, when Julius Randle had the audacity to try to go back and forth with KD, know your place, bro.
Exactly.
Know your place. You can't go back and forth with KD.
No way.
That's like me trying to go on the lanes and call Ian Lang or something. I'm gonna get my
first off, you can't even call me out. So
I was gonna say you, but I didn't want to give you the brownies. I didn't want to give you the brownies.
You had to because I shot Trey.
Ooh,
shit.
You did.
I thought on him.
But
I shot
here's
Trey
the
on.
situation with the. Let me ask you guys a question. Here's the situation with the Knicks.
It's like 10 years ago.
Last year, we could say that Julius Randle was the main reason that we made the playoffs last year, right? Arguably, right. Immaculate defense from the whole team. He was a leading scorer, the most improved player from the year before, and he was one of the main reasons that we made the playoffs. Now this year, he's struggling, and everybody wants his head. So it's
I don't
one
want his
pause.
Whoa.
So it's one
Get
of
him
those
out of
things-
here. No, stop right now.
No, I
Get
said
him out of here.
pause. I said
No.
pause.
No,
Look, Bill left.
Okay,
Black
headphones.
Spit out.
Hey, hold on. Yo, but honestly,
I
to
was
piggyback
Googling like Chet.
Hey,
Oh,
Oh,
Yo,
whoa.
look at this.
yo, Chet, you gotta kill this guy. Like you gotta do something with this dude.
Yo, Lou, can I ask you a question though? And you said it earlier. Randall was killing it, right? Until Atlanta figured him out. And
Correct.
since they figured him out, has he done anything since? Anything consecutively?
No, not at all. Which is why
Look
he
at the
needs to
guy's
readjust.
numbers. What do you mean he's not doing nothing?
The numbers are there still.
Numbers
No,
are
hold
good.
on.
Like, what are you talking about?
Hold on. I'm not. See, y'all go from 0 to 60. I didn't say he was.
He said he hasn't done nothing since.
I'm talking about the consistent numbers that he was putting up last year to
look
make
at
him.
the numbers now. They're almost the same.
They're pretty much similar. They are similar.
Bro, he had like 4 or 5
20,
games where he scored
10,
8 points.
He's averaging 20, 10, 5, bro. Are you kidding me? This is the guy. See, this is the problem with Knicks fans. This is my
No,
Boogie,
you are the problem with
the
Knicks
problem
fans.
is you're not playing
You know what I'm saying?
defense. That's the problem.
I'm a realist. You guys just want to complain for no reason. Like you're making Jet fandom into Knick fandom. This is the problem. This is what Bill is saying, that Knick fans are soft because, like, guys, you're complaining about the wrong thing. That's not what you're supposed to be complaining about. Complain about Thibodeau not drawing up the correct offense
Or playing defense.
Complain about the guys around Randall not making their shots wide open.
Exactly.
Complain about that. Complain about the Mitchell Robinson, who's supposed to be our defensive stalwart in the paint, allowing people to get to the basket. Complain about that. Complain about the fact that he gets a sprained ankle and a hangnail every other game. Complain about how Taj Gibson gets way too many minutes for being 50 years old on our team. Complain about Derrick Rose being darn near our best player, and he has replacement hips on our bench, and he's like our best player. Complain about that, but you want to complain about the only guy who's consistent on our team just because you want to nitpick his mistakes, his turnovers and stuff like that. This is what Knick fans want to do. When I'm watching these Knick pages, it just pisses me off. And then I'm a Knick fan, so people look at me like I'm just like that. I'm a realist.
No, you're not. You're a realist, right?
Crazy.
Exactly.
Look, Steele literally left, and he, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think about it. He left because he was embarrassed. His family was like, "Dad, get off the screen right now. You're embarrassing us."
I left because that bull crap that y'all was talking.
Cheers, Bill. Cheers. Listen. The Knicks, I think, in my opinion, they need to work more on defense because they're not playing enough of it. Mm-hmm. And 2,
shut up, Stewie.
I don't think that the Knicks gave Kemba Walker enough time to settle into this lineup because they literally benched him after 9 games. 9 games they benched him, like out of the rotation. Give the guy a freaking chance, bro. Give him a chance. His name in the lineup alone
draws
will
attention.
Cause the team to cause teams that they're playing against to do something different. That's all I'm going out with that.
Okay.
The Knicks 3-point percentage was up when Kimbo was playing because he was hitting open shots.
Correct. That's
right?
correct.
He's just a liability on defense, honestly.
So is Randall.
No.
So it's on the team.
More so Kemba, because what happens is he's such a small person on the floor. They just literally
point guards and shooting guards are all over it.
They abuse him. So now they arrive to help, and then that's that weakness that they have, leaving them corners open when they start doing that helping stuff.
Can I ask you a question? And I'm gonna get off the Knicks fandom side situation. We got other things to do. Isn't Julius Randle terrible on help defense?
Last year he was better.
I'm talking about this year. Are you watching him on the help defense? On the weak side defense,
you know what his problem is, honestly? Honestly, my problem is he's one of the leading guys that I'm talking about as far as don't rotate.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Rotate. That's not help defense. I'm just saying that's assignments. That's IQ. You know what I'm saying? Like, help defense is if somebody gets burned, he arrives over and helps on the defense. I'm talking about when they double team somebody and you're guarding no one. Your
Yes.
smarts is you're supposed to rotate to the next person, not the guy who has the ball because it's already too late. You rotate to the next person who's open instead of standing in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem that
You
he's
made
having.
Steele leave again. You made
Steele
Steele
left.
really quick.
Chet's giving us a tour of his house. Like, what's going on right now?
Before we start the trivia, we get Steele back here. Dennis has a question. Giants question: do you keep Judge, Gettleman, and Dimes, or new GM will probably trade Dimes anyway and get a new coaching staff?
Everything new.
Everything.
Everybody must go.
Everything.
My opinion: you trade Daniel Jones to Seattle and you bring Russell Wilson in.
Do it.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
Do it.
Heartbeat. Russell Wilson is still youngish. He can play with us for 4 or 5 years. He'll make every wide receiver better, in my opinion.
And like
is the goal to win a championship, or the goal just to be pretty good?
As far
Championship.
Are we winning a championship with Daniel Jones?
No.
I don't know, but I'd rather keep the picks and almost sign like a stopgap quarterback, whether it's Jacoby Brissett or if they decide to let Garoppolo go. I could use a game manager right now in a pretty good contract.
that's going to take us to the Super Bowl.
But Russell Wilson, I think, has a pretty good IQ out there. He's just Seattle's having a bad year. Did
you see that last interception that he threw? That's not his fault. Remember, he threw it right in the receiver's hands. He did an Ingram. It popped out his hand and interception in the red zone. Like, that's the type of bad luck that Seattle's having right now.
Yeah,
that's not
I agree with
absolute.
Lou.
But Russell Wilson has had a rough 18 months. I mean, he's a smallish type quarterback. Coming into the winds of MetLife Stadium, the team's not so good. He's going to come from Seattle where his line stinks to the Giants where his line's going to be worse. Like, there's too many heavyweights in the NFC to compete with that. We have to rebuild and blow
I don't
it
think
up.
I don't think Tom Brady can stand behind our offensive line, bro. Like, nobody can.
Tom Brady would end up in a wheelchair.
You know who will actually be all right in our offensive line? The quarterback on the Ravens,
Lamar
Jackson.
He'd be all right on our offensive line.
Yeah, because he can get away.
He's used to running away, exactly, and he can hit those the back foot fadeaway throws.
Dennis,
accurately.
Dennis, I would love to see Deshaun Watson in the Giant jersey, but
Never
the only
happened.
problem that Deshaun Watson brings is that the Giants hate horrible publicity.
We have
they
to
hate
keep
it.
women away from him if he's on the team.
Right. There's a reason why that when OBJ started getting in trouble with stuff, that they were happy to get rid of him for a first-round pick. They were happy to get rid of him. Deshaun Watson is an amazing football player, but they don't want that bad PR, bro. They don't want that bad PR. It was the same thing when Philadelphia signed Michael Vick. That a lot of people shit on Philadelphia for doing that. A lot of people shit on him for doing that. They don't want the bad PR. So would I want Deshaun Watson? Sure. Would they ever take him? No. Ever. He might go. You know where Deshaun Watson might wind up?
He said way too many women in New York.
Yeah. Do you know where Deshaun Watson might wind up? In Cleveland.
Oh.
Oh.
I would not be surprised if Deshaun Watson signs with the Cleveland Browns.
Will Deshaun Watson even play again? How about that?
If he does, if he does, Browns sign convicts all the time. They are known for it. They are known for it.
Wow.
And Deshaun Watson would actually fit pretty good in there. Pause.
How are you calling this man a convict and he hasn't been charged guilty for nothing?
There's 23 sexual assaults against him. It's going to happen.
But you're innocent.
He's innocent until proven guilty.
So he's not a convict.
It's going to happen
at this time.
It's going to happen. Unfortunately. I'm just saying. All right, so what happened to Steele? Steele's supposed to be here for trivia.
He said technical difficulties.
I think he just went out of the trivia because he's afraid.
His camera and mic just couldn't stand the retardedness that was arriving out of his mouth about the Knicks. So his internet just said, you know what? Let's do us both a favor and let's just end it right now.
You know, Stewie, I don't think Deshaun Watson would end up in Carolina. I think they're going to sign Cam Newton again. I think Cam Newton and Sam Darnold are going to be the 1-2 quarterbacks in that place.
I don't think you paid Matt Rule all that money for him to be a quarterback.
No.
Yeah.
But the Carolina is also paying Teddy Bridgewater right now too. So,
hey, at least Teddy Bridgewater playing.
Yeah, and he actually has a playoff spot. All right, so what do we do? Are we doing this without Steele? Because let's be honest.
Yeah.
Steele wasn't winning this trivia anyway.
Wow.
No.
Steele wasn't
Wow.
making the medal stand in this trivia contest.
Right, Steele was not
Ooh.
making the medal stand in this. I agree
As a
with
matter
that.
of fact, he was talking about bowling before. He wouldn't make the medal stand of the guys bowling right now. So he can.
That's true too. That's true.
Wow.
Wow.
Kick a
Jeez.
man
I
while
hope you
he's
hear me, Steele.
out
Yeah,
of
I
the
said it.
stream.
Wow.
Am I wrong?
At least I talked trash to him while he was here.
I'm talking.
Yeah.
Listen, when he shows up, I'll say the same damn thing. I had to have my mic muted because I was having some technical difficulties myself.
See, and at least you have technical difficulties. You are man enough to stay on the show. Is that what you're saying?
I tried. I had to go get my portable charger.
Okay.
So here I am.
All right, so listen, we'll start the trivia without Steele. He'll say he knew the answers. We'll all know he didn't. And then we'll just so everybody get out your pen and paper, right? Because this is how Bill wanted to do it. And
Right.
what we'll do
Damn,
is
we
that
should
we'll
phone
give
a
a
friend and have him show up, man. Like
we'll
it's
give a
messed up.
point each to every person that gets an answer correct, and whoever has the most points at the end wins. Simple as that.
Are you
Now-
going to sing
now-
the song? Is it Trivia with Bill? You got a song for it?
Trivia
Oh,
with Bill.
God.
Trivia with Bill. It's time with Trivia and Bill.
Perfect.
Boom. There
The
you go.
rules of this special edition of the True to New York Sports Trivia Contest, the winner will be crowned the junior varsity champion of trivia, of host trivia.
Junior
And we'll come back at a
varsity.
later
Junior.
date to maybe challenge me and lose again.
Steele, arrive back, man. Now he's
Steele,
gonna
get
be a
your
watcher.
ass back here, Steele.
Arrive back. Get on your phone or something.
We will ask 7 questions, each with a New York flair to it, and we also have one special Price is Right kind of tiebreaker question. We'll
Okay.
ask it anyway. We'll see what happens. I think
Cool.
4 questions will win tonight. I think they're pretty fair. So shall we
Okay.
start with question number 1?
Okay.
This New York Giant kicker booted 5 field goals in the 1990 NFC Championship game to beat the 49ers 15-13 and head to Super Bowl 25. Who is that kicker?
Can you
I
repeat
got
that?
it.
Repeat that.
This New York Giant kicker booted 5 field goals in the 1990 NFC Championship game
1990.
to beat the 49ers 15-13 and kick their way all the way to Super Bowl 25.
Got it.
1990 kicker.
I think this is him.
I got it, Lou. I can guarantee it.
5, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Lou, who do we got? I can't read it.
Raul Allegre. He has.
Okay. Boogie? You can say your answer.
Matt
Oh,
Barr.
Bought.
that bar.
And that's
you
what I
got?
said the same thing. Matt
Elaborate.
Barr
Yeah,
also.
I wasn't sure.
The correct answer is Matt Barr. Boogie
Yep.
gets a point.
Yes, boy.
Chet gets a point.
Let's
I get
go.
one
Yeah, I thought it was Elaborate
Yo,
because he was with them in the early 90s, I remember. But
That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, who's that?
He was in the
kicker?
80s.
I mean, Matt Barr. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only one I know.
All right.
Oh,
I
look
thought he was
who's
in the
back.
80s. I thought he was with the 90s.
80s. Late 80s.
All right, I fucked up.
Oh,
All right,
look
all
who's
right.
back.
Oh, now I still want to join after the first question.
Yeah, let's say I would have got the first question right anyway.
Yeah.
here we go.
I'm sure you would have.
Uh,
All
Yeah.
right.
All right,
we
all
all
right. So
hit.
Boogie has 1 point.
Now I
Chet
gotta-
has 1
I
point.
gotta cross off that.
Guys, in the comments, don't say the answer until after it's said. I'll believe you. Trust me.
Yo,
Okay.
say the answer as soon as possible so I can get it right.
You
Right.
can, don't make Chet Google it. He's pretty good with that.
All right, next question.
number 2. This New York Knick is the single season leader in made 3-point shots with 217. Name this New York Knick.
217.
It's either one or the other.
Same with me. I'm thinking the same thing. Yep.
Damn, I could have
You
swore I had a pencil and paper over
You already
here.
know who I'm going
Well,
for.
Steele, you can just say your answer if you don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Give me 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go with our esteemed colleague, Mr. Steele.
I'm going to Allen Houston.
Chet,
I say the same thing. Allen Houston also.
Boogie.
He says
Yes, John
Starks.
Starks. Who do
I
you
said
have,
Allen
Lou?
Houston.
The correct answer is John Starks.
I knew it was one of the others. I knew it was one of the others.
No, you
Damn it.
can't deny number 3, baby.
Boogie with 2.
You can't
Chet-
deny number 3, baby.
Yeah, I was
Boogie with
between
2.
him and
Chet with
Starks.
1.
Out
Steele
of
and
Houston.
Lou.
He was a
I was
Detroit
between him and
Piston
Starks.
first.
Hey, Lou, your
He was a
pen's working,
Piston
right?
first.
My
Come on,
pen, no,
bro.
my pen's working. I just wrote the wrong things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back into the
Oh.
win column with
I gotta hold on.
number
I gotta
3.
I gotta erase the answer so I can write it again because
This
my shit
New
is
York
so
Met is the franchise leader for doubles in a season with 44 two-baggers in 1996. Who is this New
96?
York Met? Once again, the
Well,
New York Met led the team with doubles with 44 doubles in 1996.
Yo, you can just go and turn my screen off right now.
I think I know the answer.
I think I know this.
It's either between one or the other, and I'm going to say the other person because I know in 96. Okay, can I go first?
Yeah,
so
let
you
me go
got- we all set? Go ahead.
So Todd Hundley, this was the year Todd Hundley had 41 home runs.
Yes.
So it's either Todd Hundley, but I'm going to say it's actually Bernard Gilkey.
Boogie?
Wait, what was the year again?
96.
96.
It's either one of those two.
Hold on. I'm still trying to get it uploaded
You
on
gotta
Google.
write down, Boogie. Don't fucking steal
No,
my
you gotta
answer.
you gotta say it right now.
I had an answer, but I changed it to something else because it wasn't my turn.
What is it?
Lance Johnson?
Chet?
He had the most hits.
I was thinking Lance Johnson also, but I'm going to say I got Alfonso.
Steele.
I'm gonna say Buttsuck Egypt.
I gotta change paper.
Man, he was close.
But
The correct answer is Bernard Gilkey.
Yo, what do you say? I knew it was one of them. He had a
Wow,
good
let's
year
go.
that year. He had a
Wow.
good year. Back in the game, baby. Let's
Back
go.
in the game. Boogie
Back in the
still
game.
ahead with
That
My
hurt.
fucking
2.
pen works.
That hurt.
And Lou tied with 1, and Steele bringing up the rear like a typical Jet fan.
Oh.
That hurt.
First of all, fire for that. I don't bring up nobody's rear. Okay.
Bernard Gilkey had a great year that year with I remember that with he batted like
Was that-
320.
Was that before Lance Johnson? Because Lance Johnson was after that.
I
Right?
think
Who gives
Lance
a damn
Johnson was
about all these Mets
97.
stuff?
I
Go to
think
the next
Lance Johnson
question.
was 95. There was
95
or
Oh, it was
97.
before that. Because I remember he played with Cliff Floyd and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's why I
No,
thought it
you
was
know
the
what,
same
Boogie?
team.
You might be right with that. He had like 230 hits that year.
Yeah, he
had a
led the
crazy
league.
year.
in
You have to
hits.
lead him.
That's
Yeah.
why I thought it was.
I just don't
Lance
remember the
Johnson.
year. It was either 96, 95, 96, 97. It was one of those years.
All right, question number 4 is a Yankee question, and it's a little bit obscure, so you can get a good look. It's the answer is there if you use your brain.
Okay.
This New York Yankee led the Yankees in games played with 163 games played in the year 2003. Name this Yankee.
Wait, only in 2003, not period in all time.
No, only he actually he led the Yankees in career games played in one season. It happened to be 2003, and it was 163 games, which is odd because there's 162 games in a baseball season.
What year
Right.
was this? What year was this?
2003.
Three.
Oh,
My
man.
Google's not working fast enough, so I'm not even gonna guess.
2003.
I'm
I
going to
have
be
no
honest with
idea.
you guys. I'm taking a guess on this one.
I'm not even guessing because
boy.
they're not gonna clown me.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start this time with Boogie.
I'm not a Yankee fan, so forgive me, but I'm gonna go with Matsui.
Chet.
I'm going to say Tino Martinez.
Steele.
You know what? I'm not gonna even hold you.
You're a
but
Yankee fan.
I'm not gonna hold you. I was gonna say Matsui too.
Okay.
Stop biting off
Matsui
my,
also.
stop biting off my answer, Steele.
I was gonna
Matsui
say
is
Matsui.
correct.
That's the only person I
Oh,
Matsui.
Matsui, correct.
What's
All
that
right.
doing?
Yeah.
All right, folks.
Boogie gets a point. Lou
Let's
gets a
go,
point, and
baby.
Steele gets a point.
Wow, Matsui.
Boogie with 3.
Yo,
Lou with
that
2.
one-
Yo,
I pulled
Lou,
the rabbit
yo,
out of my behind right
Do
there.
you want to
bro.
know why I
Oh.
picked? Do you want to know why I picked Matsui real quick?
Oh, he
Because
got
he's a
one win.
DH.
He
So
got
I
one
figured
win
he
and then
played a good amount.
Look, Steele got an answer right and left.
He's one and done.
He's done. He's like, you know what? I'm 1 for 4. I'm done.
That's $250. That means he's guaranteed a Met contract.
Wow.
Okay.
That's mean,
You
guys.
can't mute the guy asking the questions. Question
That's mean.
number 5. And this is one Steele would have fun with.
It was a Jet
Oh, it's
question.
a Jet one?
That question.
This New York Jet quarterback is the only Jet quarterback to throw for more than 30 touchdowns in a single season. Name this Jets quarterback.
Interesting question.
What did you say a year?
I did not say a year.
I think there was only one.
There was only one.
There was
And
only
he
one.
threw for 31 touchdowns.
And he's trash.
It's either one of two options.
Same with me. I'm with you.
I'm
Lou,
going
on
to
this
count
one.
it down.
And
5,
he's trash.
4, 3,
Oh!
2, 1. Let's
Chet.
start with Bob Chet.
I'm going to say Vinny Testaverde.
Boogie?
I'm gonna go with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
It was either Vinny Testaverde. I'm gonna say Chad Pennington.
That was my other choice.
Boogie Hollis. Ding, 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 ding.
He got it. It was
Hollis.
Let's go, boy.
Brian
Let's go.
Fitzpatrick in
Let's
2015
go.
threw for 31 touchdowns.
Yo, remember he was throwing all those bombs, bro?
Yeah,
Like
but-
it was like no other Jet ever did that, man. Like what are you
Oh,
talking
man.
about? That's why they brought him back again after that.
It was. That's crazy though. Vinny
I know.
Testaverde and
No.
Chad Pennington haven't thrown over 30 touchdowns for a
Neither
season.
did Joe Namath, Richard Todd, Ken O'Brien. None of them.
Joe Namath's one of the most overrated quarterbacks in Jets history.
We've had that conversation already.
Yeah.
We've had that conversation. All right, so
Okay.
the score is 4-2-2.
4, 2. Actually, I have Chet for 1 and Steele for 1.
Steele has one. Oh,
Okay.
Chet's so
Yeah.
mad.
I'm here.
How
My
many more
bad.
questions do we have?
We had this. That was question number 5. We have 2 more and a great tiebreaker.
Okay, so
Okay.
I can
Now,
still catch
this
up
is
to
going to
both.
help Chet because this is a Nets question.
Oh.
Okay.
This
Okay.
Nets player had the most points in a single season with 2,070.
Oh,
Name
Jesus.
this Nets player.
Oh, I have 3 guys in mind already. Oh, Christ.
Well, 2 of them are wrong.
I know. I know. 1, 2, or 3. All right.
This
I'm going to.
Nets player had the most points scored in a single season for the Nets with 2,070.
It ain't Durant.
We'll count that down from 10.
Oh, Christ. Oh.
6, 5,
I know we get this one.
2, 1. Chet, you're the Net fan. You go
I'm
first.
gonna get. I'm gonna get this wrong. It's probably Durant. I'm probably wrong. I'm gonna say DC. Derek Coleman.
Lou.
Oh man, this is bad.
I have 3 guys
I'm
in
gonna throw.
line.
You know what? I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna say it's probably wrong, but I'm gonna say Keith Van Horn.
Boogie.
I got Vinsanity.
I was thinking that too, but
I was my third choice.
Boogie on fire.
It is Vince
Ding,
Carter.
ding, 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 ding,
Wow.
ding, ding.
Damn.
Boogie is killing it.
Boogie's cheating. This motherfucker's googling, bro.
Yo,
You
that was
motherfucker.
Carter
right.
was my third choice.
That
Carter was my
right.
third choice.
I didn't think Vince Carter
Oh
played long
my
enough with
God.
them.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
he did. He did.
I think he might have played a little bit longer there than he did with Toronto.
Yes.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
you got to remember too, when he was on Toronto, he was a dunker, a slasher. When he
Yeah.
got to the Nets,
He started learning
started
to play
shooting 3-pointers.
threes.
That's when
Yeah.
he started shooting and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I was thinking Coleman because Coleman was the 20-point
Wow.
scorer for
I
like
was
5
like,
years.
Dr. J,
Shit.
Vince Carter, or Durant.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
that was my
Yeah.
thing. I was like,
I
it
was
can't be
between
Durant
Coleman,
because
Durant,
he
and
hasn't
Carter.
played a full season. And I said,
Yeah.
and Dr. J, I said
Dr.
it
Day
was
was
a
toward the
different-
end of his career.
It was a different game. It was
Yeah.
remember he played. Do you count ABA, right? Because ABA is part of.
Sure, I said Nets,
So
but
he was young on the ABA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
ABA would have scored, depending on how many games they played a year, too.
But
In the
they
ABA.
had 3 points too, but he wasn't.
Bill,
a
I'm
three-point
sorry I
shooter.
disappointed you, bro.
that's okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Think
a
of it
three-point
this way:
shooter.
if you want to get a good laugh, Boogie's beating Chet worse than I did.
Yeah. I'm having a bad day. I'm having a bad day.
Yo,
I
gotta cut my face out and put it on the meme.
Yeah, I had a
Okay.
bad day.
Question number 7 is a multiple choice question.
Oh,
Since
okay.
hockey isn't really your thing.
Okay.
Which New York area hockey team earned the most points in a single season? The Rangers, the Devils, or the Islanders?
Ain't the
Most
devil.
points as in like points for
Team
a season for a team.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got my answer.
So you got a 1 out of 3. If you got Chet, if you got 3 of them in your head this time, you're probably
No, I only have one in my head. I'm going with it, though.
Chet. Go ahead,
The Islanders.
Lou,
I was gonna say Islanders too.
Boogie.
Well, he's going with the Rangers.
I go Devils.
The Islanders would be correct.
Oh,
Hey, all right.
Yeah,
I figured those dominant teams in the 80s would do
79,
something.
80, yep.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think the
were
year was
the team.
78. I think it was the year that they lost to the Rangers, I think, in the semis.
They were the team.
All right, I got 3 points. Do the bonus question. I need the bonus question.
Yeah, we hear the
comes
bonus question.
tiebreaker.
You lost already, bro.
I know
But
I
you know
did,
what?
but I still want. I
Keep
still
it
want it
close.
close.
Here's the tiebreaker, and I kind of, because I like the Yankees, and just got made it this is the Price is Right kind of Yankee question.
Sure.
Okay.
Derek Jeter had a career 3,465 hits.
Okay.
How many of his hits were singles?
Oh.
Wow. So,
Good
I don't know that.
question.
How you know that?
Wow.
okay. So question. So it's gonna be whoever's closest.
Whoever is closest. You can go over, but it has to be closest.
All right, so you said
This one you have to
34-65,
write down.
right?
Oh man. So
Billy said 34-65, right? Was the total hit?
65.
Okay. I got to
Wait.
figure stuff up in my head.
what did you say?
Derek Jeter had a career 3,465 hits. How many of them were singles?
3,465. 3,465.
Okay. I'm gonna give a number out there.
Okay. I'm taking a guess, though.
I'm rounding it up.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Hold on, I'm
rounding it
almost
up.
ready. Give me a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
Let Boogie go
how-
first. Let
how
Boogie
many-
go first.
How many people gonna get this answer right? I'll put 2670.
Okay. Lou?
So this is how I figured it out. I know that Derek Jeter only had about 250 home runs. So you subtract that from the total, it's about 3,200. He probably had a little bit over 500, between 500 and 600 doubles, and he probably had like 50 triples. Okay. I'm going to give 2,600 singles for Derek Jeter.
Chet?
I'm going to go 2,517.
All pretty good guesses in the ballpark, but there was one superior guess, and the Yankee fan got it correct.
Oh!
595 singles.
Wow. Okay, Louie.
Wow. You missed by
Okay,
5.
Louie.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
Louie.
How much?
He missed by $5.
25.95.
Wow.
But that's the way I called it. But if this was the Price is Right, Chet would have got it.
I would have been
This is the
over.
only one that did
Yeah, I
go
would have
over.
been over, but I
I
was
was in
closest.
the ballpark at least.
Yeah,
I
you
was
were
closest.
you were
I'll take that.
you were the furthest away, and everyone was within 100. So
Yeah.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
the
That was a
final
really good
score.
question. That made me think.
I
That's
can't
pretty
believe
good, right? It
can't
made me
believe
think, too.
I can't believe I got it that close because that literally was a random.
So
Randy-
Boogie wins the New York Challenge with 5. Lou had 4, and Chet had 2.
Congratulations, Boogie.
Yeah,
Oz.
bud.
Listen, now it's okay to say that you're the junior varsity champion.
Nobody.
Okay, you're a
Hold
junior
on.
varsity
Hold
champion.
on, let me get on my soapbox. Hold on. Yeah, I want to thank God and my family for this victory. You know, everybody counted me out, but here I am, the victor, standing on stage, defeating the Net fan Chet and the Yankee fan Lou, and we're not even going to count Steele because he's a Jet fan. Thank you guys for the opportunity. Bill, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
This is the major league.
God
Steele
bless. Good
is
night.
the minor leagues. All right.
He's like the
I-
Brooklyn Cyclones.
Listen, I want a rematch a month from today. You hear
Yes.
me? In 4 episodes, the year after the new year starts on that Tuesday, January 4th, I want new sets of questions. Bill, set it
Bill,
up. You hear me,
This is
Bill?
what you need to
Sure.
do, Bill. This is what you need to do, Bill. Have the losers battle each other. Have Lou versus Steele versus Chet. And me and you will sit on the sidelines as the winners that we are.
Listen, first
And,
off,
and we'll watch them battle it out. Because I earned my spot. You know what I'm saying? I earned my spot.
it's called a rematch. I want a rematch.
That's up to me. It's up to me to give you a rematch.
I want a rematch. You got lucky with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Vince Carter.
Lonnie,
You threw that up in the air.
We know where your
You
allegiance
threw it up
is,
in the air,
Lonnie,
bro.
Okay?
Threw it up in the air. Or you Googled it. You have 3 kids behind you Googling stuff for you
Imagine.
and showing you answers.
First off, every person gets kicked out of the room when I'm here doing my stream. even the dog.
Right. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Bill, thank you so much for doing the questions. That was a lot of fun. Chet, we might have to start doing trivia for
It's a
me
lot
and
of pressure.
myself.
Trivia is a lot of pressure, man.
There is a lot of pressure.
Especially when it's like a time limit. When you start saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that's when you start panicking. Like,
Exactly.
like when I changed my answer to a wrong answer, I was like, I was like, yo.
All right, Jets. I got to run.
All right, Chet. Guys, thank you so
Chet.
much again
You got a
for
brand new
being
hit.
here at True New York Sports. We want to thank 106th Street Tire and Wheel for being our sponsors, and we want to thank Bill for doing the questions. You guys have a great week. Boogie cheated. He won 5-4-2. And Bill, thanks again. We will see you guys later. You have a great rest of your
Later, guys.
night. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Steele.
Fuck you, Bill. Fucking Boogie. Not Bill.